Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ass Hat Podcast on YouTube. What we got here, this was a bonus. When you bought Spider-Man 1 or 2, I think it was a Wal-Mart exclusive. I know I got it at Walmart. I was living out in Texas. This game, that's 2006. It's copyright on the back, so I was still out in Texas. This is Spider-Man Origins of a Superhero bonus disc. A little damage at the top. And what this is a way to get people to buy the DVDs, maybe even buy a second copy. Unmask the origin of Spider-Man's black suit. Okay, this came out then when Spider-Man 3 was coming out. Discover the mysterious origin of Spider-Man's dark side. A black costume with such indestructible power, Spider-Man is compelled to bring it back to Earth. A fateful decision is destined to come back to haunt him when he learns the source of its power is a symbiotic alien determined to take over his body. Spider-Man knows he must destroy the monster or pay the ultimate price. Includes exclusive The Amazing Spider-Man 252 28-page comic book. That's important because that is the... Ooh, excuse me. Bad. Whew. Lemon pledge. These videos go up in the right order, people will get that joke. That was the first appearance of the black suit. I remember that was a big fucking deal when I was a kid. Well, I was probably junior. I was probably pre-teen or early teen. But also includes all new, never before seen special features. Symbiote Spider-Man, the Saga of the Black Costume documentary, which was entertaining. Making the comics the Marvel way featurette, which explains how, if I remember, it explains the Marvel way of writing, which I've talked about this in my, if you go back and watch my Captain Victory and the Galactic Rangers, 2 parts. One of them I explained the Marvel method in, which basically was, Stan Lee was writing so much, he couldn't write a full script. So he would hand the artist like a paragraph saying, okay, in this issue of, I'm just going to pick a character, Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange fights, Baron Mordo in the Himalayas. And that's about all you get. Is up to the artist to do everything else. The artist will sit down and draw it out, and then Stan will go in and fill in the dialogue and stuff. Neat way of doing it. Completely different than the DC way. I don't know if Marvel still does it that way or not. I'm not sure. I don't know anybody working for Marvel anymore. I don't know anybody working for either of the big 2 comic companies now. Everybody I know in the comic industry is kind of went independent, but they're all older. I mean, Stephen Butler, Mitch Bird, Steve Lightly, people like that. Sadly never got to know any of the big names. Got to meet some of them. All right, back to this. Hasbro's The Origin of Spider-Man Origins Toys feature, and look at Activision's Spider-Man The Battle for New York game. Like I said, this is a way to get you to buy the DVDs, and I bought them because I didn't own one of the Spider-Mans. I don't remember which one. It's probably 2. But the comic, where's the comic? Not for resale. Well, no shit. 60 cents. Oh, doesn't have it. Yeah, it does. 1984. I was about 10. And it's, like I said, it's just, talking about Hellboy, it's just a reprint of that issue with new ads for Spider-Man toys and all that kind of shit. And I am a Spider-Man fan. I've mentioned before, I don't really care. I'm kind of the mindset that Spider-Man should have ended about the time around issue 100. Somewhere in I think that's still the Jim Romita run. Somewhere in the Jim Romita run. But I'm also of the mindset that, that's part of the issue with American comics is that these things keep on going and going. And you end up with all this continuity wanks. Just shit that, these dedicated fanboys, and God love them, these ones that can remember all this minutia, which I'm a huge comic book fan. I mean, you should know that. You're watching this channel, you should know I'm a huge comic book fan. But I'm not the best at remembering continuity. I read my comics, and a lot of times I read them, and after I get through reading them in a couple of days, I've forgotten what I read. That's why I reread certain things, and I'm more of a fan of a comic that has a beginning and end. Like, some of my favorite comic series are ones that have, pull off the top of my head. One of my favorite comics of all time, Preacher, had a definite beginning, definite end. Hate by Peter Bagge, definite beginning, definite end. Of course, Dark Knight Returns, Watchmen, Planetary, the stories have to have an ending or it just becomes a soap opera, and I'm not a fan of soap operas. This was a neat little pack, and it didn't cost anymore. If I remember right, at the time the DVDs were like $15, probably about $15, which was back then, a big movie DVD would run you about $20, so $5 less you get this with the movie. Plus that comic's a good little deal. I've never seen anybody mention this. I like the cover. I don't know who. It's got a CH6 signature right there. I don't know who that would be, nor my horrible looking fingers. Since I quit smoking, hold on, give me a second to tell you exactly. I quit smoking July 10th, 2007. I quit on my birthday. I was a 2-pack a day smoker. I quit that day. And I have not had a cigarette since then. And this is fall of 2018. Well, since I quit smoking, I always chewed my nails a little bit. I really chew my nails now. But hey, got rid of one habit, developed one that doesn't cost me any money and is not as detrimental to my health. But yeah, Spider-Man Origins of Superhero bonus disc. And now there might have been 2 of these. There might have been one that came with a chew film. I'm not really sure. If anybody out there knows, let me know in the comments. And I just want to thank everybody that comments. I've recently had a couple more people got added to it. And while I'm thinking about it, while you're on YouTube, if you like comedy, go check out the Lawrence Watson Project. Pretty sure it's the name of it, or the Lawrence Watson Podcast. I'm sorry, Schemer. I can't remember which one it is, but look up Lawrence Watson. He's a stand-up comedian, actor, jack of all trades from the Pittsburgh area. I've known him for quite a few years now. Dude is hilarious. He's just got this really good sense of humor. He kind of reminds me of if Bill Hicks, George Carlin, Lenny Bruce, and Red Fox had a baby. That would be Lawrence Watson. And I called him Schemer because when I first met the guy, it was on a forum, and that was his name on there. It was Schemer from Thomas the Tank Engine, Shining Time Station, I think it's the name. I didn't watch the show. He's a lot younger than me, but dude is great. He's been promoting this channel, and I appreciate it, dude. Your channel is great. It's very fun. I say it. Go watch it. Now, his podcast, he has a podcast too, the Lawrence Watson Podcast. From what I remember, I haven't listened to it in a while. There's a lot of political talk on it, so if that ain't your bag, hey, I warned you. Yeah, he's heavily into local politics and nationwide politics and world politics for that. And hey, I give him credit for that. I try to stay over my local and my U.S. politics. World, I'm kind of out of the loop on, but anyway, hope everybody enjoyed that. And if you did, boom! Give me that thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.